You would take that same energy and transform it into life. Greetings from St. Lucia, my island home. Have to start it. Have to start it.
Someone once asked me, how did you decide to reach your full capacity? I am my full capacity. I am who I am. It took me a while to get to this place because I knew it, but I questioned it. Because you come into this atmosphere, this environment, and you meet with many minds and beliefs and concepts and doctrines and education systems, all of which have their part to play and their role in society and life. But you know, you have the different schools of thought, spiritual schools of thought. You have the society, and you have everything contending, you know, to grab your mind and tell you who you are by definition, putting you into classifications, putting you into labels: black, gay, straight, tall, yellow, blonde, brunette. All of these things are, you know, identity things. You know, okay, well, I'm dark skinned, I'm tall, I'm thin, I'm from St. Lucia, I'm a this, I'm a that, whatever. However, there's more beyond all of those classifications and labels. Transcend them once and for all. Look within and see that who's inside of you is more enormous than you're allowing yourself to be. So I gave myself the permission to become myself. So what happened, it started with me digging and inquiring into religion, and then following my career, and then having an idea to go travel around the world as a flight attendant. And I listened to myself while everybody was telling me, why do you want to be a flight attendant? For God's sake, a flight attendant, your capacity is beyond that. But I knew deep inside there was something to come out of doing that job. I did it for about, how many years? 6 plus 3 plus 3, 12. And then 4 years working as a luxury shopping consultant on cruise ships, traveling the world. So I traveled in different settings and capacities to discover myself. In France, Spain, Italy, Africa, Asia, you know, West Europe, East Europe, Australia, New Zealand, South America, North America, the other Caribbean islands. So I got to experience so many different mentalities from different religions and ideologies and backgrounds and lifestyles, the thugs, the high-class hoity-toity. I met all types of people, all making me realize who I am within, because as you deal with the world and you mix with the contrast and diversity that exists, you begin to see more of yourself if you keep yourself open. I was looking for a God who I was taught is in the sky, and then I came to realize it made no sense. How can I be separate from the force that drives me? So to answer the question, having said all of those beautiful words and parlay kind of thing, I could say to you, to answer the question, I gave myself permission to be me. I liberated myself. I let go of the distortion. I came to embrace the diversity and the fullness of abundance that exists, and even the challenges and all those things that frustrated me to grow forward. I started to operate in my full capacity, and I realized the more I live, the full capacity evolves and expands from moment to moment. Each experience giving me more liberation, higher elevation, expansion, height, growth, putting a bigger tiger in my tank, allowing me to go faster than ever. Listen to this video over and over again. There is something I said there that's going to stimulate your brain and make you realize that who is within you, what is within you, what works and operates from you is grander than your small self. So I'll say this in closing. Stop cheating yourself. Stop. You're not as weak as you're pretending to be. Sakwe VCS. VCS means someone who's full of tricks up the sleeve. You're not as weak as you think you are, or you say, no, I'm just a soft, shy person. You lie. You know you're bigger, but you're afraid of your success. You're afraid to shine like the sun in its full capacity. You're afraid to be like the moon, and the stars would shine in their glory up there. Little lights, but they create constellations and so much beauty. There's so much to offer to learn from the universe around you, within you. So allow yourself the permission. You're not as weak as you think you are. You are bigger than that. Now, you're not me, I'm not you, but we are each other. I'm contradicting myself here. We are one. We come from one rich wholeness, and we individualize ourselves as ourselves, and we all, while we contribute to the enormous expansion and growth that continues to happen through our interactions. Now I'm repeating myself here in different words. So did I answer your question?
Yes, you did.
What is the question again? You said what allowed me?
What allowed you to reach to your full capacity? What made you decide to reach to your full capacity? And that was...
I just wanted more. I'm from a little island, St. Lucia, and I decided this place is so inspiring, it's so beautiful, and there's so much more I want to see. So let me go see the world. I listened to myself. I noticed all along in my endeavors and embarkments, I've always been listening to myself. Like, don't tell me what I cannot do, please. Because if you tell me I can't do it, it gives me a fuel.
Trust yourself.
I trust myself. And those words I told myself about 7-8 years ago, trust yourself. Because I realized every choice I make, whenever it comes from an inspired, intuitive drive, and I listen to it, it always works out to my benefit. It makes me become a more enormous biatch. I'm not a biatch. Anyway, so yeah, that's such an impromptu. Remember, now do something now, something you haven't done yet. Subscribe to the channel, like, share, tell your friends about this channel. Tell them about this guy, McNeil Griffith, from the spectacular island of St. Lucia. From St. Lucia to the world, he's traveled all over the world in many capacities, from St. Lucia to Abu Dhabi to Dubai, Qatar, Barbados, Antigua, Australia. He's been everywhere. The man is a man of the world. Talk to you all soon. Walk in your capacity. Walk. You're afraid. Walk in your capacity. Walk in you. Walk in your strength. Don't listen to the lies your mother told you about yourself. She was projecting her own reality onto you. I say so respectfully. Stop listening to what your father said to diminish your value and your worth. Stop listening to the person that abused you. Use the frustrations that you had in your life to grow enormous, to evolve onto higher levels of you. Whenever somebody comes to you with their foolishness, they're projecting their basic reality, and when they come with their grandness, they're projecting their grand reality too. So which voice do you listen to? The inner voice. Even your own self. You doubt your own self from time to time. Why do you doubt yourself? So you have to talk to those voices and say, hey. I'll talk to you all later.